¿Qué tal amigos? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video en el canal. Estoy muy contento de estar nuevamente con todos ustedes. Hemos llegado al final de esta audiencia que se celebró en contra de Eric Chung, un nominado por parte del presidente Donald Trump. Y bueno, vamos a finalizar, señores, ya este tema porque solamente faltaba, así es, señores, como lo vieron ustedes en la portada al inicio del video. Faltó Cory Booker y la verdad es que vamos a ver qué fue lo que pasó. Se pusieron picantes las cosas porque hizo una serie de declaraciones muy interesantes el senador Cory Booker. Así que bueno, quédense porque va a estar muy bueno el video y adelante con las imágenes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And to all the nominees today, it's obviously a time in America where we should recognize people who want to step forward and serve in the public interest, do so at often great sacrifice, not just to themselves, but to their families. So I just want to recognize that this is a very important part of our American tradition, and people that step forward for these offices should be commended for doing that. Mr. Chung, I want to jump right back in to where my colleague was asking you about Mike Davis, if you don't mind me to dig in a little bit more here. And if that's one of my videos, keep it playing. But if it's not me, you should cut it off right now. Do you agree with Mr. Davis that you guys are friends, correct?
We are friends, Senator.
Yeah, thank you. And Mr. Davis recommended you, or did Mr. Davis recommend you or otherwise mention you to anyone in the Trump administration for this judicial vacancy?
I believe he might have, Senator.
Thank you, sir. Do you know exactly what did he say or to whom he made that recommendation?
I do not know that, Senator.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Davis, did Mr. Davis, excuse me, or anyone else associated with the Article 3 project advise or prepare you for any aspect of this nomination?
No, Senator.
Okay, and Mr. Davis is the founder of the Article 3 project. According to the organization's website, he founded the Article 3 project after he helped Trump win the Gorsuch and Kavanaugh nominations. And Mr. Davis said that we saw how relentless and evil too many of today's Democrats have become. They're Marxists who hate America. They believe in censorship. They have politicized and weaponized our justice system. Do you agree with Mr. Davis's statements that today's Democrats are relentless and evil?
Senator, Mr. Davis's views as expressed there are not necessarily the views of mine.
I didn't ask if they were necessarily. I just asked, do you think that today's Democrats are relentless and evil?
Senator, you're asking me to comment on a political question, and as a nominee to a judicial position, I cannot and should not speculate or comment on that.
Sir, I spend a lot of time working to try to affirm this fact that we are one nation under God, that the lines that divide us are nowhere near as strong as the ties that bind us. I'm proud of my relationships with my friends on the other side of the aisle. I think it hurts Mr. Kennedy to when I say that he and I are friends. I could say unequivocally, Republicans are not evil, but you're telling me you will not say on the record here that Democrats are not evil.
Senator, you're asking a personal and policy-laden question that I cannot answer.
So put yourself in the position of a person coming before you who's watching this right now. And you're supposed to be a judge who's impartial. And you're telling me that for this nomination, I have a constitutional obligation to advise and consent, that I should be in any way hopeful that a judge will be that impartial if he cannot say that Americans writ large, because of their freedom of party association, that you can't say that whether you're deciding to be a Democrat or Republican or independent, you can't say in this hearing that you don't think that that makes a person evil?
Senator, I can commit to this committee that whoever comes before my court, should I be fortunate enough to be confirmed, will be treated with respect and their arguments will be
and not
accorded.
A presumption that they are evil.
Senator, whoever they are, Republican or Democrat or independent, who steps to my court, they will be accorded full consideration of their arguments.
Mr. David, I don't know what you're afraid of. I really don't, Mr. Tang. I honestly don't know where have we gotten to the point in American history that someone up for a position such as yours, and I've seen this courageously from people on both sides of the aisle who understand that the judiciary should be above partisanship, who understand the judiciary in many ways should be a sobered assessor of fact. It is deeply disappointing to me that you cannot tell the American public right now that the person that you're affiliated with their heated language, with their casting in broad brushes, doubling down on the toxins that are making life here dangerous. And frankly, I've talked to federal judges who tell me about having to protect themselves. We had a horrific incident in our state where a federal judge was targeted, their husband shot, their son killed. In this time in America, to render an answer of, I can't answer that, to me is additive to the toxins that are in our society that are pitting people against each other. You are up for a position in the highest court in the land, and you can't simply say, I don't think Democrats are evil. Is that what you're telling me?
Senator, I wish I were up for a position in the highest court of the land, but I'm up for the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals.
Sir, to Americans, the federal courts are the highest courts in the land. So I appreciate your correction and your diligence and dutiful attention to detail. But right now, I am gravely disappointed that you can't simply say what I can say is that my colleagues are not evil, that Democrats are not evil, that Republicans are not evil, and this kind of rhetoric is damaging. I am deeply disappointed, sir.
I'm the chairman now.
Bien,
We've got a new
señores.
sheriff.
Pues bueno, la verdad es que, pues picantes las declaraciones, señores, picantes las declaraciones por parte del senador Cory Booker. Pues sin duda, creo que tiene razón, tiene bastante razón el senador Cory Booker al decir de que está profundamente decepcionado de Eric Chong, que es el nominado por parte de Donald Trump. Y pues, ¿cómo no? O sea, yo les he hecho muchas veces este ejemplo, este ejercicio donde literalmente tú vas a responder todas las preguntas que te hagan dentro de la medida de lo posible, pero también no te puedes estar agarrando del argumento de que pues yo no sé esto, yo no estoy familiarizado en esto, eso lo dijo otra persona, esto, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. O sea, realmente si tú te posas y tú te aferras a esa, digamos, a esa postura dentro de un examen en la carrera bueno, o en cualquier carrera profesional dentro de alguna o cualquier universidad, el profesor o la profesora o la profesora o el profesor como sea, o sea, te reprueba porque realmente dices, oye, se supone que la prueba son preguntas para que tú lo puedas responder y me dé los argumentos y con tus respuestas me des los argumentos suficientes para tú aprobar el examen y consecuentemente la materia y no lo haces, pues obviamente pues dices, no, ¿sabes qué? Pues no eres el estudiante suficientemente apto para seguir cursando esta materia porque la verdad no te va a ir bien porque no estás siguiendo las indicaciones. O sea, es tan simple, yo sé que no es fácil, pero es tan simple seguir las indicaciones que por eso Cory Booker se sintió pues realmente pues decepcionado porque dijo, oye, pues aquí estamos jugando prácticamente, o sea, yo no vengo a estar aquí perdiendo el tiempo, entiendo que sea algo importante para ti, pero yo no estoy perdiendo aquí mi tiempo para que alguien, eh, yo esté pasando mi tiempo formulando las preguntas para que venga alguien y me diga sinceramente yo no quiero responder, yo no voy a responder eso, yo no estoy familiarizado con eso, eso lo dijo otra persona, o sea, pues no, o sea, la verdad aquí todo mi reconocimiento al senador Cory Booker que estamos viendo aquí en pantalla, pero caray, o sea, Sinceramente, pues creo que a los candidatos les faltó mucho. No sé si sea lo mejor que tenga Estados Unidos en ese momento. No sé si sea lo único que tenga en este momento Estados Unidos. No sé si Donald Trump los eligió por algo en específico, pero lo que sí tienen en común Eric Tong-chi, no, Eric Tong, Chong Yi-tung, perdonen, me estoy confundiendo ahora bastante, Kristi Noem, Marco Rubio, Pam Bondi y cualquier personaje más, es de que pues no responden las preguntas. No responden las preguntas y realmente así no puedes estar progresando, no puedes trabajar de una buena manera porque la otra persona no quiere contestar. Y si no hay voluntad de eso, pues sinceramente, pues que no se metan a este tipo de mecanismos, este tipo de ambientes, ya saben a qué se refieren con la política. Pero bueno, señores, hasta aquí el video. Me encantó estar nuevamente con todos ustedes. Eh, pues la verdad, aquí damos el cierre a este tema. Y bueno, son bienvenidos, suscríbanse, es totalmente gratis, es solamente para que ustedes no se pierdan los videos que hay aquí en el canal. Y bueno, a partir de mañana vamos a tener videos picantes. Es un tema que yo sé que a lo mejor no fue del agrado de todos, pero es algo que me gustó tratar con todos ustedes. Así que, bueno, esténse atentos a mañana. Va a haber muy buenos videos. Así que les mando un abrazo y nos vemos en el siguiente video. Bye bye.